Sample GenLayer project. This project provides a boilerplate for implementing a GenLayer use case, specifically for a football bets game. It includes an example intelligent contract that can be accessed through the web and uses a large language model. There are also direct mode tests, which run quickly in memory with mocked web and LLM calls, integration tests that run entirely within GenLayer Studio, contract linting to catch common issues before deployment, and a continuous integration workflow that uses GitHub Actions for linting and direct tests. A production RADOI Next.js 15 frontend is delivered, along with configuration file templates and deployment scripts. The project requires Python version 3.12 or newer. GenLayer CLI must be installed globally with npm, and GenLayer Studio is needed for both integration tests and deployment. The repository structure looks like this: a contracts directory that holds the Python intelligent contracts, a tests directory with a direct subdirectory for fast in-memory tests, and an integration subdirectory for full end-to-end tests, a frontend directory that contains the Next.js application, a deploy directory that stores TypeScript deployment scripts, a configuration file for the test runner, a PyProject toml for Python and PyTest configuration, and a GitHub Workflows directory that contains the CI pipeline. To get started, first set up a Python virtual environment, activate it, and install the required packages with pip. Next, run the GenVM linter on the football bets contract. The linter checks for forbidden imports, uses of non-deterministic calls, invalid storage types such as treemap or dynarray, missing decorators, absent return type annotations, and operations that occur outside equivalence principle blocks. It also enforces over 20 other rules. Direct mode tests are run with PyTest. They deploy contracts in memory, allow you to specify the transaction sender, and mock HTTP requests or LLM calls so you get instant feedback. Typical actions include deploying a contract file, setting the sender address, creating mocks for web or LLM interactions, asserting a revert, and clearing mocks in between tests. When you're ready to deploy, first choose the network you want to use with a command genlayer network, then deploy the contract with genlayer deploy, which runs the script found in the deploy directory. To run integration tests, GenLayer Studio must be running. These tests use the gltest command and require a real consensus network, so they take longer, about a minute per test. Integration tests verify that the contract behaves as expected against the actual GenLayer environment. The frontend is a Next.js 15 project. To set it up, copy the example environment file, provide the address of the deployed contract as an environment variable, install dependencies with npm, and start the development server. Your app will then be available at localhost port 3000. The football bets contract itself works in 3 stages. First, users place bets by providing the game date, the teams, and the predicted winner. Second, after the match, the contract requests the results from BBC Sport, uses an LLM to extract the score, and validates the outcome through the equivalence principle. Third, it awards points for correct predictions and allows users to query their points or the overall leaderboard. The testing strategy is organized around 3 kinds of tests. Linting runs in a quarter of a second and does not need a studio. Direct tests execute in milliseconds per test and also do not require a studio. Integration tests take about a minute each and require studio. The recommended workflow is to run the linter after each contract change, run the direct tests frequently during development, and run the integration tests before deploying to ensure proper consensus behavior. The community channels include a Discord server and a Telegram group where you can discuss support and announcements. For more detailed information, refer to the project documentation. Finally, this project is released under the MIT license.